Good morning, children. We have done with chapter 12, Electricity and Circuit. Today we are going to revise some important topics of the chapter. Let's start with electricity. Electricity is an efficient, pollution-free and useful form of energy. Just like other forms of energy, this cannot be created or destroyed. So, it only changes its form from one form of energy to another form of energy. That means electrical energy changes into light energy, sound energy, mechanical energy, magnetic energy and heat energy. And there are many devices which are there for this to bring about this conversion. For example, electric bulb, electric tubes. They are the devices which help in conversion of electrical energy to light energy. Then we have electric motors. They are important in converting electrical energy to mechanical energy. Then we have electric bell, which is changing electrical energy to magnetic energy. Then electrical energy also changes into heat energy. We have devices such as microwave, then oven, toaster, griller and induction plate. All these devices are changing electrical energy into heat energy. Then electric heat energy into temperature, that is for cooling. We have devices such as ACs and refrigerators which are changing electrical energy to heat energy. Now coming to the next topic, that is powerhouses. Now the question arises, where is this electricity generated? So the places where electricity is generated, those places are known as powerhouse or power stations. Now these powerhouse or power stations again of different form depending upon the source from which they generate electricity. If they generate electricity from the burning of coal, then we call those powerhouses a thermal power plant. If energy is generated from the wind, we call them as wind power plant. If it is generated from the falling of water from a height, then we call them hydroelectric power plant. And if the electricity is generated from the energy which is stored in the nucleus of element like uranium and plutonium, then we call them as nuclear power plant. Now coming to the next topic, that is standby devices. What are these devices? These are those devices which provide us with electricity when there is a power failure. You all are aware of generators and inverters, and then you also have torch. Then you also have emergency light. All these sources are standby devices which provide us with electricity when there is a power failure. Now coming to the cell and battery. What is a cell? A source of electric current is known as cell. It stores electricity in it in the form of chemicals. So in case of a cell, the chemical energy is changed into electrical energy. Let us discuss the diagram of a cell. As you all know, there are many shapes of cells depending upon the requirement of the apparatus or the gadget which work when you put cell in it. You may have pencil cell, you may have button cell, you may have dry cell. So different shapes of cells is there to suit the requirement of the device. Now let us see how does a cell look like. It is a cylindrical structure which at the two ends are the two terminals. The knob, the metallic knob at the top forms the positive terminal and the metallic disc at the base forms the negative terminal. These cells provide different amount of current depending upon the amount of chemical they store in them. Now coming to the next topic, that is battery. What is a battery? Here I have drawn two cells together, and battery is a combination of cells, a group of cells. Suppose if the requirement for any device is a lot of current is required to run that device, and in that case instead of using one cell we use a combination of cells. So such a combination of cells is known as a battery. Now coming to the next topic, that is electric circuit. What is a circuit? An electric circuit is a complete path through which electric current flows. In an electric circuit, we have a source of current that can be a cell or a battery. Then we have two conducting wires through which the electric current flows. Then we have a switch which will control the flow of the current in the circuit. And then we have a gadget which is connected to the circuit which will work when the current flows through it. Now, depending upon the fact whether the switch is in on position or off position, or depending upon the fact that whether the circuit is complete or incomplete, that is whether the current is flowing through the circuit or not, we have two types of circuit. First is an open circuit and then we have a closed circuit. Now, what is an open circuit? Look here, children. An open circuit is a circuit in which there is a gap. The circuit is incomplete. Now look here at this figure. You can see that here the circuit is broken at this point. Such type of circuit is known as open circuit. And in an open circuit, current does not flow. Now coming to the next type of circuit, that is a closed circuit. What is a closed circuit? We call it a closed circuit because it is complete. There is no gap in the circuit and the current flows through such a circuit. And any gadget connected to such a circuit will work when the switch is in on position. Now look here, you can see that the bulb is glowing and you can see the arrow which shows that the current is flowing through the circuit. Now since it is a closed circuit and the switch is that there is no gap. Now come to the next topic, electric switch. Now suppose children, if in a case of a closed circuit, if the current keeps on flowing in the circuit continuously, then a condition may arise when due to the continuous flow of the current, the gadget connected to such a circuit may stop working. So there should be some device which should control the flow of current in a circuit. Such a device is known as electric switch. Yes, the common switch which you all have seen in the switchboards, yes. So electric switch is a device which when fitted in a circuit will control the flow of current through a circuit. When the switch is in on position, when the switch is in on position, the current flows through the circuit is open and the circuit is closed. When the switch is in on, the circuit is closed and the gadget connected to such a circuit starts working. Now when the switch is off, the circuit is open. There is a gap. The circuit is a open circuit, incomplete circuit, and the apparatus connected to such a circuit will not work since it will be an open circuit. So clear? This is a device by which electric switch is a device by which the flow of current in a circuit can be controlled. Now coming to the next, conductors and insulators. I have in this circuit I have shown the two wires and I use the word there conductors. So what are these conductors? These are those materials which allow the electric current to flow through them. Those materials are known as conductors. Metallic metals, they are the best conductor of electricity. And then we have acids also, they also conduct electricity. And then we have bases also, which also conduct electricity. Now coming to the next, insulators. Insulators are those materials, as the name suggests, they do not conduct electricity through them. Those materials are called insulators. We have materials like mica, we have materials like glass, we have ebonite, we have asbestos, we have wood. All these materials do not allow electric current to flow through them. So those materials are known as insulators. So children, we have revised the topic and I hope now you are thoroughly ready for your exam, and I hope you all will be doing good in your exam. Thank you children and all the best for your exam.